Welcome to Voice Notes from a Slow Life. I'm Emily, and I'm glad you're here. These are real time reflections on slowing down, mothering gently, and choosing a more intentional life. Let's begin. Okay, so today I was driving and I was thinking about something that's been coming up for me quite a few times because my daughter is 3 going on 4. She's going to be 4 in October. And so that means that she is starting school in September. And I am freaking the fuck out. And the reason why is, kids today, the kids are not all right. The society we've built is so fucking hard for adults, but even more so for children. I worked previously in an agency that was for children and youth and families. And I've met so many children who have severe anxiety so young, and this fear of failure. Like, I've met 6-year-olds who are afraid of not doing well in school. I've met like teenagers who are like in, like, let's say ninth grade, who are fearing about their future and are they going to get good enough grades to get into university, and they're pushing themselves to do more and do extracurriculars and then also work and like they're gonna burn out. Like, is sometimes I wonder, is like, is childhood burnout a thing? Because I feel like it is. It is a thing. Um, there is, like, I've seen personally, and some of the research out there shows it, that there is an increase in anxiety in children. There's an increase in social anxiety and performance anxiety. There's an increase in like depression. And, it makes a lot of sense in a world that never stops going. What happens to our children when we're simply preparing them for a future of hustle? And I'm scared. I've spent years supporting children and family and seeing how detrimental the school system sometimes can be for these children and individuals and families. Like, it can be, you know, bullying. It can be the weight of the schooling. It's the weight of the futures we're already putting on the shoulders of children whose backpacks are bigger than them. Fuck, man. I and and I worry. And I that's why I, like, one of the reasons why I work a lot on slow motherhood is I want to help, you know, moms slow down, and because I know that we're modeling it for our children, that slowing down is good, and hopefully it can help, the generation when they go to school, they go to work, they're not going to be um, going into it with a mindset that I have to work and be and live in a certain way. That is the hope, but it's scary out there, man. It is. I worry for our children. I worry for mine, and I'm someone who follows slow motherhood. There's only so much that I can do. There's so much of the life she's going to live that's outside of my hands. It's outside of our hands. And, for slow motherhood, a lot of the work that I do is very much at an individual level, because that's what I can do. That is the impact I can impart. And of course, like, I believe that any individual does impact the people around them. So I know it has this greater reach than the one person I'm supporting. And that's amazing. But I want more. I want more. More reach, more discussion, more questioning, more changes. There are places in the world that are making changes. Like we think that everywhere is the same, and yet there are places that have been testing things out, that have been trying things, like that have been making moves to slow things down. There's a lot of different movements too. There's slow food, there's slow travel, there's slow work. There's also slow sex. Yes, slow sex, tantric sex. It's a thing. Um, and for me, I'm swimming in this knowledge and this pool of people who are doing these things. Um, but it's very niche, right? It's a very niche thing that not everybody knows about, because the hustle culture has been louder and has been more celebrated. It has been more made to look sexy, right? And slowness has been demonized, has been degraded, has been, it's been put down in general. And there needs to be more done. I think it's cool that there's things out there, like there's nature schools, and there's certain private schools that do help slow things down. There's some people do homeschooling, and that can be really good too. I don't think I could do homeschooling. I don't have that gift. I think it does take quite a bit of effort. I know, like, homeschooling takes a lot of effort, trying to, like, knowing how to do it well. So people who do it, good on you, man. Like, I don't know how you do it. um, but there's more that needs to be done at the level of the schools, especially. Like, I'm thinking um, public, private. I'm thinking, like, elementary, high schools, God, universities and colleges. Like, I was talking to my brother the other day. He's in university, and he was talking about the workload and the stress and and all of that. And we were even talking about how, the reason why there were reading weeks was to curb the suicidality rates. Um, there's I know there's going to be a book. Like, I already have a book coming, like, that I'm working on, called Slow Motherhood. And I already know another book that's going to come out all about kids. Because, yeah, this podcast episode is really just me laying here with my head on my head in my hands, just like at a loss. But I have hope that change can happen if we reach the right people. And the more that I can work with other people, like, I don't know. I believe change can happen. There's too much proof out there in other schools. Like, there's so many books that I've read, like Essentialism by Greg McKeown. There's In Praise of Slow by Carl Anahe. There are different books out there that note other places in the world that are doing things differently, and it's working. And so the fucking lies that the government tells us, that, oh, we can't do this because blah, 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 or we can't do that because blah, blah, blah. It's, one, it's bullshit. Two, it's fear. Three, it's capitalism. Like, because change can happen. Like, I remember working in the employment centers when the minimum wage went up drastically. I'm doing air quotes, but it went up quite a bit. years ago. The minimum wage went up to, I think, to like 14, it was going up to 15. And everybody was freaking the fuck out. Like, all the employers were freaking the fuck out, like having to pay more. But like, literally, even that bump in minimum wage in Canada or in Ontario doesn't even equate for the amount that cost of living has gone up. And guess what? People figured it out. Like, it's 2025 now, and people fucking figured it out. But there was fear, and there was bottom line, and but like, this is like people like being able to earn a living. And like, if you want the service of like going to a restaurant and you think this is important, then you should be paying people well enough to have a life. Like, come on. Sorry, this is going a bit everywhere. I guess right now I'm just a little bit disenchanted with the world we live in. And I don't know. I just have to talk it out. I'm frustrated and I'm scared. Life is so different when you have a child, because you realize how much you don't have control over things. That's fucking terrifying. Because the people in power do not have my daughter's best interest at heart. They don't have mine, that's for sure. They don't have yours. My fucking daughter, though. She's my daughter. And I want to make a world that's good for her. Safe. I want her to be happy. Oh my gosh. I just want her to be fucking happy and safe. That's, my God, right? I think it's all we really, really want, you know? And it sucks to, and like, I'm thinking Canada, this isn't the worst place in the world. There's worse places in the world. Like, I'm very happy I don't live in the US. No offense, US, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm recording this in 2026, sorry, January 2026. But still, so just because things have been a certain way for a very long time doesn't mean it shouldn't change. Change is possible. I mean, life wasn't like this before. Even this experience of life is different than it was like back in my mom's time. Like, we can change. We can do things differently. We can structure things differently. So, you know what? I'm just gonna put it out there. Let me know in the comments your thoughts about this. Are you kind of with me, being like, I'm scared, I'm terrified, or I'm pissed? All those feelings are valid. They're all the feelings that I feel right now. And you know what? If you're someone who is in a place of power to be able to make changes, like, reach out to me, because like, anything I can do would be amazing. Like, let's be, you know, but I still believe that the more we talk about this shit, the more of us are like living this lifestyle of slow motherhood, and we're talking about it, and we're living it, the more it'll impact others, the more it can change. I think it's a revolution that we're doing, and it's starting here. Me staring at my ceiling with my head in my hands, with a mic up to my face. This is where it starts. Yeah. All right. So are you gonna be part of the revolution? Because we're doing it. Either you're with us or not, we're doing it. And yeah. Okay. I feel a bit better after saying that. The tightness in my chest is gone. We're going to do it. All right. That's it. I'm off. I got to go in. Going from that to saying, I'm going to go fold some laundry, which is like just true. Also, I have to put my dog out. She's like staring at me. You might have heard her. She's like, come on, I want to go outside. Okay. I am ending that there. Thank you for listening. If this episode spoke to you, it would mean so much to me if you would follow, leave a review, or share it with someone who might need it. Until next time, keep living your authentic life. Bye.